welcome back to another video at my YouTube channel and blog. And today I'm starting on some Valentine's cards from those images that I did a video on that I Copic colored. So first thing I needed to do was cut all these guys out. So I'm using my brother's Scan and Cut to do this. And they had, all the images had nice good black bold lines. So it recognized it very easily on its smallest setting and cut everything out just perfectly. And I just added just a little bitty white border around all the little images. So that just took no time. I mean, probably about 3 to 5 minutes is all it took to get all those cut out. All right, and there we go. All right, so I'm going to start on this little card. I'm going to start with this puppy that's by Wild Rose Studio called Dog with Heart, and I'm going to use some paper from the January Simon Says stamp card kit, which was Favorite Person, and the paper is by Pebbles called Forever and Always, and I just used this sentiment background paper. And my card base is, it also came in the kit, it is Schoolhouse Red by Simon, and I'm going to be using cotton candy as well. There's the cotton candy from Simon as well. And I'm using these lace heart stackable sets. It'll be listed in the description below and over on my blog. It is the heart dies that I got in the most recent haul video that I did. So just running those through my Cuttle bag, and you see it cut really easily. Just got to get my craft pick and just quickly punch out all those little details in the lace. There's the lace, and then there's a stitching around the inside of the lace. It's very, very pretty dye. And all of these little pieces came out real cleanly except for like 2 that I kind of had to pull out, but it was not an issue at all. And so just fiddling here, getting those last couple out that was a little bit still attached. Okay, then I'm going to clean up my mess there. All right, you'll see on my craft mat I also have my doggy print stencil background. Not going to use it. It'll be in the next video. And then I was thinking about using this Be Mine, and then I just decided that it was too busy. So I was just going to just let the puppy be the star of the front of the card and roll with that. So the little zip strip on the top of that paper that I used was this really cute pink with darker pink and red hearts. And so I thought that would be really cute because I used a scrap of white Neenah cardstock for the inside of my card, and it was a little short. So I'm going to just use this strip, and I cut the smallest heart out of that die set, and I'm going to put it right over that hole. So I'll just use, oh, well, first I'm going to stamp my sentiment on here. This is, I'm using, again, from that January card kit from Simon. It is the Simon exclusive stamp set, Really Like You, and I'll have that link down below as well. And I'm going to heat emboss this on my paper using the Simon Says stamp rose gold embossing powder that I showed that as well in my most recent haul video. It is a really pretty color. I really like this, and it's does real well for Valentine's cards, because I mean, when you look at it one way in the light it's red, when you look at it another way it's gold, and it's just really pretty. So then I'm going to take another little sentiment from that stamp set called, it says Bunches on it, and it's a little strip sentiment just like the pattern paper on the front of the card. So it's going to read Love You Bunches, and so I thought that was cute. And so now I think I'm going to take my Scotch ATG and just run it around the edge here and get this glued down. And then I'll run it down the little strip. The strip is a little wider than I want it to be, and one side has the perforated edge, so I'm just going to flip that over and cut that off. I thought about trying to put it in my paper trimmer and cut it off, but that little narrow thing would have been too hard. So now I'll just glue down this heart with a little bit of Nuvo Deluxe adhesive. This is one of my favorite liquid adhesives right now. I use it a lot, so I'm just going to set a block on that for a second to let it adhere down. So now I'm going to just take a piece, use a lot of my Spectrum Noir clear sparkle overlay on this card. So I coated that heart in it and set it aside to dry. So now I'm going to take a piece of pink craft foam, and I'm going to coat both sides in stick it adhesive. And all my fingernails have like broken off recently. I don't know if it's the weather making them so brittle or what, but I can't get a hold of a liner to save my life. And then here I screwed up, and it doesn't go all the way to the end of the sheet, and I didn't put it on the correct end, so I've got an open end on each end of my sheet. So, and here I went old school and decided to use a brayer to really stick it down on that foam. And so then I'm just laying my heart on it, and I'm just undercutting it. And then I'll just pull off each side of the liner and stick it to my heart, and stick it to the front of my pattern paper. And so super easy. Now you get a full piece of foam underneath your heart, and so if you send it through the mail, then it won't crush or anything. So here, I told you I went crazy with my clear sparkle overlay pen, and it wasn't coming out very fast, and so I squeezed it, and I let it just kind of drip in the middle because I knew it'd be covered up by the dog, and then I kind of just spread it out from there. And so I got an awesome sparkle all over this heart. It's really, really pretty. You can see it sparkle a little bit. But in person, it is really pretty, really sparkly. So I'm just taking my heat tool. I'm just going to dry that just a little bit because I want to go ahead and get the doggy stuck on the front of the card. As we're nearing the end of this, I'm just going to put some weight on that just for a couple of seconds, and then I'm going to flip it over, get some Scotch ATG going on here, and get it stuck down to the front of the card. Got a little red border, tie in that heart on the front. And now I'm going to coat the heart with the sparkle overlay. And then I'm going to give it a good coat of glossy accents. I love putting either Inkastella or Spectrum Noir Clear Sparkle Overlay underneath underneath glossy accents. It just makes it so pretty and sparkly and dimensional. I love it. So now I'm just finishing off with some drops of Ebony Nuvo drops, and then enamel accents. I'm using pink Gumball. So that's my card for the day. Here are some final looks. I appreciate you watching, and stay tuned for more Valentine's cards.